inviting to your drawing?
We have a technical difficulties. My apologies. I ain't talking about it.
Oh, yeah, you got to
We gonna make up for it.
handy.
Okay. Man, we got you guys all good. Get some of that like a done he's been he's invited.
What it do? What it do? How you doing? How y'all doing? Let me put my shades on. Hey, what's doing it? How you doing, sis? How you doing, sis? Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. Oh man, no, just loving life and just glad to be, you know what I'm saying, be able to be, you know, one of the people that people want to talk to still at my age. You feel me? So that's what I love.
Man.
Right.
It's an honor, bro, man. Good to see you, fam. How's everything going with you, man? How's life?
Oh man, everything's lovely, man. Just got new things happening that are great in my life, and just trying to keep my direction focused on what's the next move for me. You know what I'm saying? As I approach my retirement age, you feel me? So that's what's going on now. Yeah.
Well, to say you know your curriculum online and just your past records, your start and everything, you know you've made so many advancements in your career. You know, let's go right from the start to where the journey started at, right there in Memphis. You know, being a young cat, you know, dad in the business. You know, being able to be around the greats, being able to see Mike, see your dad and Joe shake hands. Tell me exactly what was the start for music and the motivation after all these things happened, you being this young.
Okay, my motivation was I always wanted to be a star. You know what I'm saying? I've been dancing and acting like James Brown ever since I was 3. My grandmama said. So I've always wanted to be a star. You know what I'm saying? So my motivation was just wanting to be in the game. You know, Marvin Gaye. You know, seeing him how he was raw with it, and you know what I'm saying, and just had this fabulous life to me, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to be like that one day. Stevie Wonder, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be like that one day, you feel me? Especially Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? So I followed him for many years. So that was my all-out motivation, you know what I'm saying? Just wanting to be a star all my life, you know?
And what age was that music really grabbed your attention? You know this was something you wanted to do.
Well, after I saw my daddy taught me Nutbush City Limit by Ike and Tina Turner, and I went down to Mississippi. And you know, down in Mississippi, you can't make no money. I was a kid. I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. So I used to go to the project. You know, we in the project, so I used to go to each project apartments, like, you know, have about 6 apartments. And I just stand outside and sing a song for some Kool-Aid or some candy or whatever. You know? And I just started doing it, performing that. My dad used to whoop me because he didn't want me. He said I was acting like a clown. But I just wanted to. After that, I wanted to perform, man. I just wanted to rock because the kids and the mama and everybody used to just give me stuff just to let me sing one song. I didn't know but one song. That was Nutbush City Limit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going from there and advancing, you know, from actually, you know, doing these funny, you know, interacting with people when you're young, and when you start to develop and you realize you start to take it serious. Tell me exactly how was the climate when you was in Memphis and you actually start taking it serious and people start taking notice?
Well, the professional side of it didn't really get to come till I came to Houston. See, I was winning talent shows. I won all-city talent show at Carver High School, my high school. And you know how, you know, I was, you know how you be like, you know, man, this is a man, you know, thing, you know, and when you first come to school, you got to be in the it crowd. So I knew I had to sing this song, Time Waits for No One by Michael Jackson. And then the Jackson 5, and I won the whole citywide talent show at my school. Wow. So that put me They put me at the level where I could say, okay, bam, this is really something I really want to do, because not only do you get the accolades of this trophy, but you get the the young ladies that came with it. So that made me say, I really want to record or really want to do what Prince do, you know what I'm saying? Because I was following Prince too when he first hit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So after that, I wanted to do it. But when I came to Houston from Memphis at 17, right at 16, 17, I was trying to record. I found the studio. It didn't go right. Even when I was 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? But then I ended up cutting a record, my first record called Is It Good? And I ended up cutting that record, one of the first hip hop R&B songs in history. I can play it for you. I can sing. I can show you the record. It was a 45, and we got on all the radio stations. They all played it. KYOK, that's now not here. 102, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, Love 94. So they gave it a shot, and after that, man, it was on and rocking, man. I said, I did that, just on me, just 19 years old, putting out a record. That was unheard of, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that went.
When you actually done that, I also know that you're an original member of the Screwed Up Clique. Tell me.
Well, I like to correct that. People call us the original because we got it in '90. I'm part of the '90s of getting into the Screwed Up Clique. But the original is Fat Pat, Willie, See No Body Boys, Kiki, Pokey, ESG, Mike came later, Mike, and of course Hawk, them the originals. We are considered original because we're in the '90s, but the actual original Screwed Up Clique is those cats. Even Corey Blunt, them, Kenny Flirt. It wasn't just rappers. It was Screwed Up Clique. It was a real movement of guys. You feel me?
Okay.
Well, I noticed you just said a multiple group of guys, and also not just groups, artists also.
Forgive me if I forgot any names, Big Mo, all of them. Forgive
Absolutely.
me,
Much respect to all those legends, because they all legends.
They consider the original Screwed Up Clique. I'm gonna even put Lil O in there. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
Yeah.
What to say you guys have done so many things. You chart made things, especially a lot of independent things. Billboard got placements. Tell me the thing with all you guys having different ideas and so many different mind states. Tell me, what was the glue to you guys staying together and being able to even make it happen?
Well, actually, inside is it really didn't stay together like they should have stayed together. But at first it was them willing to get on each other's project. And, that made all the difference, because we was already dealing with the fact we didn't have major distributions, and a lot of people weren't spending a lot of money, as far as executive producers to make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? So by them always being on each other's album, I was always delighted to know that, on my track it might be all the Screwed. I had on I Can Make You Dance While Jam and Screw. I damn near got everybody. So Pat, I got, we got C-No, ESG, Kiki, Pokey, I mean Big House, all that. We got them on and Screw. That was the last time Screw was on the record, scratching. So when I had that, you should have seen me that night, man. I couldn't do no material because I actually got the original Cats on this one song, you know what I'm saying, on Hawk Wings, shout out to Miss Hawkins, man, for giving me love and always putting it up in their face, that I made a major contribution to that album.
Absolutely.
So you said at the beginning that you was really like a singer. You like to sing and dance. So when did you make the transition to start making beats and start being a producer and stuff like that? When did you make that transition?
I'm glad you asked that question, because a female should be the one to ask that question, because the answer is my ex-wife. She said, I love you doing. I had a group, at the time called OG and the Hound Dog and the Pimp Tight Hustlers. and we had a bad record deal, and you know, wasn't no bills could be paid, or you know, stuff was kind of short. So she said, "Hey, I love what you do, but you got to make money if we gonna raise, you know, be with me and raise these kids, and we got to make some money." So I said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna make a transition from, cause I wasn't gonna stop music, you know what I'm saying." So I made a transition from being just a producer for myself to producing everybody and bringing some cash in. That's true story.
Wow.
Shouts out to my wife, Angela. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Well, and speaking of transition, you know, let me back up a little bit. You know, you being from Memphis and now you moving to a whole nother city, a whole nother sound, beat maker, producer, writer. How easy was it for you to transition to, hey, okay, this what I was used to hearing, now here's something a little different?
Bringing a different sound.
It was very easy because my daddy taught me a little about the guitar, and then I had drums when I was youngster, so I was really familiar with making like a beat, putting beats together in my head. Since Sonny drum machine, my mama bought me, so I was already producing. My first record, I actually produced it because I told the musician exactly what I want. And one guy, I forgot his name. He's a studio owner. He's out there right now, but he told me after he saw how we put records together, put songs together just simply and put it together, and it come out to be something good. So he said, "Hey man, you a producer." So one day I just said, "Man, I'm gonna focus on producing behind the scenes," and I started making the bread, because that's where the money was flowing with the producers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I say, man, shouts out to those who motivated me and kept me, you know, kept saying I was potential producer, you know, and that made me say I can do it.
An encouragement already.
I noticed something doing research on you, and it was something very interesting that I admired. And you know, and you know, it may be surprising. It's gonna be kind of grabbing the way I'm gonna tell it, but it'll be understandable when I finish it.
No problem. No problem.
My understanding to it was that you being around Screw in the development of what he was trying to do, when actually he did and got the Screw music developed, you kind of was unsure about it. And see, a lot of people, when you're in a group and person have an idea, they'll be like, "Well, I don't know," and then just, you know, disappear and get away, you know, go away from it and just don't believe in it at all. You actually stayed to understand what he was trying to do, and it actually growed and became something. Tell me how that motivated you when you actually saw that and said, "Wow, I didn't even know something like that would even work in music. But hey, let's get it. I'm glad I stayed down."
Right. You in the era of what took place when it came to Screw and me. See, first of all, Screw was a fan of mine. When I had Is It Good and Doesn't This Love Feel Good to You, my album,
Yes, sir.
Rhythm of Love, Inner City Blues, Make You Wanna Holler. When I had that album, Screw used to go to Soundwave on Main and tell Prodigy at the time. You know, Prodigy used to be he used to work at the Soundwave on Main, the one that do all the beats for what's his name? Is Prodigy the one that do the beats for Mobb Deep them?
Oh, okay. And that's right, you said, and I just had Illa G on it.
Yeah, so he used to tell me when I come in to get my money, like, 'cause I did stuff on consignment straight to the stores. So when I come in and give him a little bread, he used to tell me and say, "Hey man, DJ Screw." Sorry about that. He said, "Hey man."
Oh yeah, hold on, just one moment.
You about to tap back in.
His phone dropped.
Hey, stay in, you dig? Don't miss the recipe.
That's okay.
Sorry about that. Let me set it up on something to keep it from doing that. Okay. And he used to tell me, "Hey man," he used to say, "Hey man, DJ Screw come to the studio and come to the Soundwave," and he said he always tell me when your stuff come in, tell him. So when I started saying, "Who is that?" And then he said, "Man, this kid is hot out in the hood as far as a DJ." So when he did that, I just started kind of seeing what was going on. Like, man, what's that? But I heard Screw before. I mean, Slowed Down Records before because of Daryl Scott. That's what people don't know. Daryl Scott and a DJ by the name, I think it was DJ Magic, some Magic Mike or Magic something. He was the one had a record, had a boom box, and he would take a screw and screw the music down. And so my boys would go take us out there from I'm from Acres Home. He used to take us out there, to go out there and get this tape from Daryl. Al Green, Isley Brothers, Slowed Down. So we was doing that. He was doing that anyway. So we would jam, Not As Me and all that, Slowed Down. But then we heard his. He would do this little chop thing and this little other stuff. And at first, me being a producer of R&B, I thought it was ragged. I said, man, what's that? How that's gonna work? And then he would be off sometimes, but it be still on the way he do it. You feel me? So I said, this kid really good. And so I ended up meeting him for the first time at my house, at my apartment in Tiffany Place. And I worked with LD with him. And he said, Hyman, man, I've been a fan of yours. And man, we're going to do something one day. I said, yo. And then I started hearing Kiki when he came out with his thing. And it just was so live. I said, man, let me be a part of this. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's why I'm going to win at. Messing with cats that really put H-Town on. And, I worked with Rap a lot, did Clean Up Man, original Mac Daddy, Raheem. Shout out to Willie D and Raheem for putting me on my first vocals for their joints on their albums nationwide. But I'm just saying, the Screwed Up Click had something else that targeted and said, I'm from H-Town, straight up. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to fuck with them. Excuse me, I wanted to mess with them. I'm trying not to.
Oh, you all right? You all right? Hey, talk how you talk. We don't care.
I'll tell you this. As I ask all the artists or producers or whoever I'm interviewing or we interviewing, I always ask this. You've done music with, man, for sure, everybody. H-Town, you've done legendary shit.
I feel like
H-Town R&B group, El DeBarge. Tell me, have you ever felt the heat or the pressure to go in there? And I know, and you have to be at the top level and giving your best when you're in front of legends like this. Tell me the feeling, or even the time you got nervous.
Well, okay, let's say yesterday, because I'm always nervous. You know what I'm saying? When I hit the stage, I'm always worried if it not go my way. So I don't play with it. I have to give it all I got because I'm always, once you stop shaking it, the fun go. You know what I'm saying? Once the anxiety don't kick in anymore, the fun go. Once you're just doing it for business, the fun goes. So I tell people all the time, I say, what's up, man? I want to be like you when I grow up. And they say, oh, man, you already grown. I said, now I'm a big old kid trying to grow up. That's what I'm doing. So.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go on and continue that question by asking you this. Because, bro, I done seen you put up to 8 singles up at a time, bro. And these are being charted. So it's like, what's the pressure in that?
That's not no pressure, man.
To win, it be the best at all times.
I mean, it's not no pressure because when I do my music, I do it for me. To feel the spirit of what God has given me and tell my story. 32 years clean crack cocaine, living a life of degradation and trying to be a whoremonger all my life and then finally getting my life together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I tell the story where I've been, just so you can get these other couple of songs that telling you a positive way to get out the mix. So what I do is I'm feeding me at the same time and preaching to myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not I'm trying to reach to no kind of bar. I don't care if I make, I just want my family, as long as they eat off it, because once you create one day, you know what I'm saying? The boat come in whether you're here or not. So I want to live forever. That's why I love music, and music gonna do that for me. And I just appreciate people like y'all that continue to say my name. You feel me? I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I heard you say you love music so much. If it was a woman and you can get what you want from it, you wouldn't have nothing else to worry about.
You know, sometimes I just be talking.
Okay. I understand.
But that's been my problem. That's why I'm gonna change the direction on this. I'm planning on getting married, you know, one last time for the last time and be forever. So I say, you know, I'm not gonna let music continue, you know, to be my woman, and that was part of the situation, you know. And when you're trying to, as a struggling artist or musician, you know, you have to actually do that in order to kind of get through these, you know, crowd and take a special spouse, whether you man or woman, to really, you know, hold on with you, because, you know, you got to share you with another woman, and that's music.
And while we speaking on that, you know, we have, you know, of course, you know, we speak for the next generation coming up. So, you know, we always want to inform them.
So
when we say that, it's just like, hell, when we used to make music, you know, for the culture and hip hop back in the day, we rapped about selling dope. We rapped about also the repercussions to it. So when I speak on that, I say that,
I was just talking about that.
Let's not speak on just the wins. Let's speak on the struggles.
I was just talking about
some people may think, hey, man, Jaime went straight to the top, man. He got 2 platinum plaques, 3 golds. I mean, hey, man, he making placements. Hey, man, he went, you know, he natural. No, but I want Jaime to explain the struggles, especially losing 3 greats. You know, Fat Pat, then you got Screw himself, all legends. How and what motivates you to keep going when everybody else would have quit?
Well, like I said to you, you know, hey, man, you know, people don't too much ask.
Hey, bro,
you know,
they need to know. Everybody may think this is an easy walk, and I always have to tell youngsters, no, this is a pair of stairs. And you don't know what that person had to go through to get what they got, bro.
Right.
It's really the most devastating time of my life.
Wow.
I lost. I started off with, you know, we started off with Pat. You know, and I had just talked to Pat 2 days before that. He wanted me on his album. And then it started just trickling, just going everywhere. You know, we talking about Big Mello. We ain't leaving nobody out. So I missed 3-2 funeral on purpose.
Oh man.
It was, man, let me tell you something, man. When you this high, cause one night Beyonce and you know, Destiny's Child, we opened for them, and it was at the it was either at the arena or the High Five Pavilion, I forget. It's where the stage turned around, and Cash Money also, and they all came out as the Screwed Up Clique performed all their songs, and that night, every one of the songs that they performed that was like the last song, those hits, those was my hits. So right after that, it just started being a trickle down of deaths, you know, from hogs. It just was the most devastating. You be way up here, you're in the sky, you flying.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you know, somebody take the skates out from, you know, just take everything out from money. The money was good. I mean, I did that, but I hated that I worked with all them people, and I'm the one got to deal with the fact, also with quite a few others, but you know, you got to deal with the fact that the key people you needed to really knock these doors down, you know, they died, they dead. You know, even Dino, you know, that I started working with Dino in the group, you know, before he died, I was about to work with them on their last album, and ended up doing his Day I Die remix, but it just devastated. Man, I can't tell you how devastating it's been, and I thank God I had got saved, so I was able to handle, you know, being a minister too, street minister and a minister in church, always singing in funerals and all that.
Right.
I developed this somewhat of a shield because I'm a very emotional guy. You know what I'm saying? My heart go out to people. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's from my grandmother upbringing. You know,
Right.
And so it was. I tell you right now, it was a devastating thing. Even at this moment, as I talk about, you know what I'm saying, those situations, I almost have to relive them. You know what I'm saying? And it was a devastating thing, man. It was a bad situation.
Hey,
And
go ahead.
I just want to say this.
Go ahead.
You know,
Oh dear.
I can't let the music stop. That's why I did Ain't So Real, because I seen everybody forgetting about them. You know what I'm saying? So I can't let the music. I gotta do that so we can continue to live forever. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that when the day that I come there, I close my eyes, somebody will put on a Jaime jam or put on something that I produce and say something about the legacy of what I gave to this time.
That's right.
H-Town had the game for a minute, you know, and you know,
They always do up and down, up and down, up and down.
the climate kind of turned toward Atlanta, and everybody trying to get H-Town back together. And it seems that everybody think it's a young, older legend problem.
Right.
And really, I think it's communication. What do you think could be the answer to the young and the old actually getting an understanding, listening, and hey, we could actually do this together because it's money for everybody?
Well, first, it's got to be something that a lot of the H-Town, and this ain't just started with these young cats.
Oh, this is worldwide. This is worldwide.
No, I'm saying it ain't, I'm talking about as far as Houston. It ain't just started with these young cats not recognizing the OGs that's before them. It started with even my set of cats, even some of my set of cats in Houston don't know who Archie Bell and the Drills are, and you know, people like that. They don't know these people, and these people started the funk of the Houston. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know a lot of stuff that don't. But me, I'm coming from Memphis, and you better know about Al Green, Bobby Blue Brand, you know what I'm saying? You better know about them dudes talking about you doing music. You go to New York and you ask the young man who is Rakim. He gonna say, "Oh, Rakim, man, it's OG, man. They do boom, boom, boom back in the day." You know, he gonna know.
Right.
You know, you come here, hey man, who's Scarface? Scarface? Who is that? What?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
They don't have that. They don't have it. You gotta have that respect factor. Now, you know, us as OGs, we could be bitter and mess over, but those the wrong ones. You messing with the wrong ones. Come over here where the school love is. You feel me? Because we don't do that. We ain't gonna knock you, but we gonna demand that you respect us. You feel me? Because resume is real. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's just what it is. So it just, that respect factor must come, you know, and we, you know, we're gonna respect them. I'm teaching OGs more. Hey man, respect what they do, but you gotta give too. And a lot of them, you telling them something, and they'll take, instead of taking it as constructive criticism, they call it hating, and it's not hating. It's constructive criticism to make you better. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen, you'll get it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you'll be stuck in the mud. You understand?
Right. Sometimes they don't understand. It's an understanding thing.
Right. The respect factor have to be there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you say you rap and you don't know who I am, I'm just saying, in Houston, and you a rapper, come on, man. You know, you gotta be under a rock somewhere rapping. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not trying to find out who are the pioneers and the people that made this thing click like it did. But we brought the heat to Houston.
Right.
We brought
Absolutely.
the cameras to Houston. We brought the wannabe love and hip hop and stuff. Why they want to mess with us? We did that. So you should want to honor that, respect that, come to that person. And then if he say, man, forget you, then you know not to mess with that OG, because he really not what he is. You feel me? But
and that don't go for everybody, because one person said that.
Right. So I'm just saying, it's a lot of us ready to talk to them, but they not coming to us. They going and saying, man, as long as I got this bread, I don't need them niggas. That's what they do.
Right.
And that ain't the way to do it. You know, we never did that to our, even though they got broke or whatever. When I was Hazy, no long, I couldn't jump in his limo no more. And none of that. And I used to see him, and he was just in a regular van. I still respected him for the legacy and the greatness that he had, no matter what his money was. You feel me? And most people do that all the time. In LA, gangsters who were killers, they would help Fly Stone put gas in his car and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we respect them, boy. I don't care if they broke, crackheads, or whatever. I'm still respect the fact that his legacy did something to uplift my legacy. You feel me?
Wow.
And that's the way it is. Yeah.
That's
So I feel like I deserve, I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I feel like I deserve the same respect from the young cats that's coming up that I gave to the OGs. And I still give. Feel me? So.
And while we speaking on that, there's also a disconnect even with the DJs now, because, you know, back in the day, most crews had a DJ. Now that a lot of crews don't even have a DJ, you know, they have to go to a DJ maybe they don't know, and it's really a real disconnect there too.
Right.
And
well,
I think it's communication, because see, a lot of them ain't been taught what to do and how to come to people. Because see, a lot of us don't know how to communicate. That
too, but it's also, man, we living in a rapping DJ era, and I'm not trying to knock any DJs really DJs. Shout out to the Go DJs, shout out to DJ Gold, shout out to DJ King, all these DJs. Tricky C, my favorite H-Town DJ. Shout out to all the DJs that are real DJs. Tricky C is a real DJ. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a real DJ, he know that if you in Houston, you gotta play some Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
he know that you ain't gotta play it all night, but you gotta show love to. You gotta have. If you're a DJ in Houston and don't have an H-Town set, you're not a DJ, because you're evidently DJing for yourself. And that's what we have right now. There's a lot of young DJs who really want to be rappers coming in there DJing for themselves.
Well, how can we change that? How can we change that dynamic?
Right.
Get rid of them. You get rid of them. Move them out the way. You move them out the way. I ain't talking about get rid of them like that.
Right.
Clubs gotta stop hiring them type of fools. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta hire DJs, real DJs. It's a bunch of real good DJs. Stop going for the low ball, paying these boys $50 to come in there and play their neighborhood tapes and what they like. You know what I'm saying? Trap music all night. You know, mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's all type of people in the club. You feel me?
Right.
So if you're not doing that, you're not a good DJ. I don't care who you is.
Well, come on, let's heat this shit up, man. Come on, Hyman, man. You gotta give it to the homie, man. Come on, let's heat it up. Yeah. Check this out, man. Mm-hmm. You producer, singer. You done been around the best.
Right.
Tell me when somebody done put that heat on you, man, and made you rewrite or re-sing something, because it's like, oh, hell no. He wrecked that.
Man, my boy King always got me rewriting and re-singing stuff. That's the me all time, man. Yeah. I be getting hot, but I have to do it because he'll tell me, man, that little part right there, and I get hot as I be 38 hot. Yeah. But that's a Memphis term.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay, yeah, that's just some things that God saves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had, he always critiques. He's very and I needed him around. So you don't get rid of that because he's genuine about it. He loves music like I love it, probably even more. But I'm just saying he's always critiquing and making sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? So he the one I trust to even tell me something like that. Anybody else I be talking about, I'm high, man. All that other stuff. Yeah.
Bro, what's the most rewarding shit of doing this shit? What's the most rewarding thing to you doing this, man?
The most rewarding thing is when I get on stage
and go crazy.
And I see people just loving what I do.
Yes.
I don't care how much money, I've all been through. I've been through. I just say, I'm one of them people that went through the million mark in the music money. But as far as like, bro, just seeing people say, man, you know what? That was, it's seeming, it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the love that you get in that room, and when you come off stage and the people show you the love that they really have inside, instead of trying to be all hard. And when a young cat that's, look raw, come up and say, man, out of all these old niggas, I F with you. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's the best feeling in the world, man. That's the best feeling in the world. So it's that. It's not the money. It's not the accolades. They are beautiful, but that love.
It's the love.
Man, that love.
Hey, but you be getting on the stage though. I didn't see your performance. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Got the stuff going.
Yeah, I tell them sometimes some parts is for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to let them know some parts. Yeah,
Always on the ladies, man.
I am a hero, so I some parts I say strictly for the ladies.
No, straight up. Look here, man. Being a star, producer, artist, writer, hook master, legend. Hey, man, 3 movies, 2 commercials. What you trying to do behind this camera?
Man,
what you trying to do, bro?
I really want to see a.
You're killing it on the screen. You're killing it on the video. You're a powwow, doing your thing, free to the world. What you trying to do? You trying to be a movie star?
Well, my next thing I'm trying to do is retire one day so I can calm down, and it's gonna be about 5-6 years. I'm calm down, but I want to do a podcast called Beauty and the G. Named after my 10th anniversary album called Beauty and the G. Y'all wait for that. That one gonna be a monster. So I'm doing that. That's my thing to do. Beauty and the G, and really make a difference in Black Love Matters. You know what I'm saying? And me and my co-star, just doing different phases and different channels that we're gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? Where it gonna be music, whether it be about Black love, where it be about whatever. I want to do that. I want that to be my whole structure from this point.
Absolutely. Well, and not being mean and messy, but I'm gonna ask one more question. We're gonna get back to the heat. Man, I done seen 7,500 interviews, and dude, you done made all these hits, legendary hits. Bruh, where and what are you working on now, and where can we find the music? Because ain't nobody telling us.
Right.
Well, we got that Candy Looker out there, and that's really doing good for me. I redid Mr. Marvel's Candy Looker. And so we going with our next Southern, we're doing my 10th anniversary album coming out first. That's gonna be Beauty and the G. That's my street R&B type stuff, which is, I do gutter soul. I call it gutter soul because it's edgy. But also I got my, my Southern Soul album coming out, Eargasm Soul. And that's gonna be that's gonna be my
Eargasm.
Yeah, Eargasm Soul. Yeah, so we doing that one. When we come with that one, that's gonna be Mama Side Piece. If anybody ever known Mama Side Piece, that's like a killer, in shows. So we doing Untitled coming real with this album. But that's gonna be a tribute to my daddy. My daddy. He passed away this month, so we just glad to be, to know, that he's watching me, and he really, I know he's proud of that album. You know what I'm saying? Because he always wanted me to do a soul album. So.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my stuff gonna bang because I'm a hip hop dude, so it's gonna have the hip hop to it, but it's actually Southern soul, gutter soul. You feel me? So.
Bro, I need to know the moment in what happened. I need to know again the climate when Paul Wall called you and say, "Look, I need you on this video. I respect you."
I was in a pivot time of my life where the last shall be first wasn't going like I wanted to go. My executive producer pulled out. I was one argument away from getting kicked out of the house. I was, in a bad state of mind, bad situation. On mega bus was going back and forth trying to make this thing happen. And Paul called me while I was on the mega bus. I didn't have 2 dimes to buy a sandwich. And Paul called me and said, "Man, I got a song. I got a new song called Swinging in the Rain, man. I want to do this video, and it's got to be you, because soon as we was in the meeting saying we need an OG to come through, with the ride or whatever, in this black Cadillac and doing his thing, old school Eldorado. We gonna who you want? They all got together brainstorming, him and Mike Artis and a few other people. And he said, "Who you think?" And he thought about it. He said, "Man, I can get. It got to be somebody that got a little name where everybody gonna trip." He said, "Who you think?" He said, "OG Hyman. We gonna get him."
Wow.
He said, as soon as he said my name, the whole room lit up. Said, "Hell yeah!" And that's
man. That's our God, man. It says hell yeah.
They already knew that was it.
I was on the bus talking to him, and while I was talking to him, I was tripping, and then when I got out the phone, I literally jumped up out my seat and said, "Thank you, Jesus."
Come on now, look at the blessing. Look at the blessing.
He said, "Man, did you say?" He said, "Man, did you? What you saying? That was Paul, like Paul Wow?" I said, "Yes, Paul Wow." He was like, "Bro, you finna do a video of Paul Wow?" So I got to Atlanta. The whole bus knew I was doing a video of Paul Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the feeling was wonderful. You was yes.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. It went viral. People don't know that we was also in 30 million homes a day for like 2 years. BT video station, MTV video station, or what they rap, yo rap, or whatever, TV rap. We was in 30 million houses a day, so we were viral, over viral. 30 million a day. Come on, all over the world. Yeah.
Wow.
Man, hell no, Hyman. Hell no.
Yeah.
Yo, top 3 producers, Hyman.
Top 3 producers.
Come
wait
on.
a minute. You gotta tell me if you talking about
top 3 all time.
Yeah, my top 3 producers all time. Definitely Dr. Dre for hip hop. Teddy Riley, and I gotta give it up. One more. Let me give you. Gamble. I gotta put these 2 together. Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam, Gamble, and those.
Yeah.
Hardest booth session.
Top
3 hardest booth sessions that you've been in. Like, oh hell yeah, this
artists.
is it.
Artists. Top 3.
Top
good
3
artists. One is King Elvis. 2 is Big Mike. I like Big Mike in the studio.
The truth.
The 3rd one, Raheem, the Vigilante.
That's good.
That's on the rap.
You never heard that.
But you got, I do R&B and I do rap. So that's the rappers. I got 3 top, R&B artists that I like too.
Well, I sure need to hear that. The top 3. Come on.
Okay. Dino H-Town, period. Working with them is one.
Yeah. Good voice.
Beyonce, when I did the song Beyonce, the demo them, they were very good. Destiny Child, I ain't gonna say Beyonce, Destiny Child.
Okay.
They was they had just turned Destiny Child. And J Real.
Okay.
J Real is an awesome artist to work with. Awesome.
If I had a versus,
okay,
who would I want to do it against?
With me?
With you?
Talking about a versus against me?
Against you, right now.
Yeah, it would have to be to me. I would like to do something against Solo. You know what I'm saying? I would like to do something. I don't want to touch Swift. Swift top not make my drums down. I don't want to mess with Swift. But see, a lot of cats Who? Harvey Love.
Okay, yeah.
Harvey Love.
Yeah.
You know, Harvey Love, you know, it's the Harvey. But definitely me and Solo, cause we ball. I'm telling you, that's my brother.
I know, but goddamn, that's
But
a lot, bro.
we have a little unfinished business that we need to get off our chest for production, you know what I'm saying? So that's who I would love to stand on stage against right there. Solo and me. Yeah. Cause you have an archive of hits too.
He do.
You know, so yeah.
Well, let's get off the heat. Let's jump back on heat a little bit. Define success, because you've accomplished so much. What is going to be finally, hey, this is success to me right here?
When you happy.
Wow.
You say when you happy.
Wow. Come on, you got to elaborate on that, man. Wow. What you mean? When you happy?
When you happy. Whatever makes you happy, and you do that, that's
success.
That's it. I can't elaborate on no more. Just when you happy, because
go ahead.
The most successful man ever in my life go by the name of Mr. Richard Irvin, who I call Block Daddy Block. That's my stepdad.
Absolutely.
He didn't have much. He had an old raggedy truck that he painted with a paintbrush. He had his own house that was paid for. He didn't have to pay no bills on the house, no taxes because it was taxed, what we call exempt because it was so old. And he just lived his own life and he was happy with it, fixing all cars, helping a neighbor, and just being him. And he was the happiest man I seen and loving my mama the best he could. And he didn't complain. So once you at that level in life, I don't care what you got, because I know a lot of people with a lot of money, man, that want to jump off the bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So it ain't about that. It's once you happy, you know what I'm saying? You can be happy rich, or you can be happy being regular, just happy.
Right.
As long as you happy. If you ain't happy, that's where you fail. I don't care if you got all the money in the world. If you die left here and you was unhappy,
it don't matter.
Fail.
You fail.
One of my last two questions, one of the biggest lessons that maybe someone told you or you learned in this game that an artist could really take in and learn from.
Dot your I's and cross your T's and watch out for that nigga with that suit on.
Wow.
My apologies.
Why the nigga with the suit on though?
Cause he frauding in the first place. Coming in with a suit, he trying to sell you on something right there. He's trying to sell you. You feel me? Yeah. When I say suit, it ain't really the suit.
Right.
It's makeup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He trying to sell you on something.
Right.
He trying to sell you on something fast. And you know, if they give you 10 million, you worth 100 million. So know that.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Know that, boy.
You've changed the climate many times. You know, like I said, you know, bringing plaques to H-Town, people being recognized. Not only that, you being recognized not only for rap but also R&B. You and also others wanting to change the climate back to where Houston was. What do you see, or would you like to see in the future for H-Town music?
The DJs, you know, continue to support like they used to support, like Screw supported. Like, why is not another DJ Screw type dude that putting the clique together, you know, putting out some cats? And, you know, you a DJ, you big name, get behind some cats, because that's how New York did it. So why is not that? Instead of you rapping, put some other cats that's rapping. Do what they do, you know, and come on with it. You know, make the money. Let's make the money. Let's get back in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. We need cooperation of DJs, and we need the radio station to stop acting like H-Town music don't exist. Stop acting like Kiki ain't got a new album. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting like Poke ain't got a new album. Support the OGs just like you support the young G's. Don't make it just be a age thing. Like right now, remember, let me show y'all something. Back in the day, we had LL, Run DMC, Parliament, Rick James, and Bobby Blue Bland playing on the same station.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? They mixed it up. Now they just having it where young people on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't go back and play Scarface. They don't play Scarface. Deeply Rooted was an awesome album. They don't play none of this. You feel me? So why? Why? Ask yourself why? Because we were independent, making our own money, and we didn't have to go sign them crazy deals. And so they hired a young lady to come down and be like Adolf Hitler and shut down independent music underground by feeding us the hypocrisy that we seeing now with the dresses and purses. So now yellow and green hair. You know what I'm saying? So that's not H-Town. This is not what we're about. We're about something else. We're not about this. You see what I'm saying? So we have to put our mind on getting Houston back together by mixing it up and giving everybody the same, giving them the feel that thing that's missing. Our feel is missing. Our swag is missing. All that.
My last question: artists coming up, one major key that they have to understand. So far as when I speak on that, when I say a major key, you know, a lot of us feel like, should I say that we are owed something, or maybe you got a verse and feel like this, even a big artist like you, well, hey, he should have showed up to the video. He should have asked me when the video was. Are he tripping about doing that? Are he charging me more? Explain in detail for you being in the game long as you've been, that this is a business at the end of the day. It's not just all about how you feel, what your thoughts on the situation is, because a lot of us, especially being young, not knowing the business, we tend to draw away from it being business because we take a lot of things personal. Even when guys like you hug us, we'll think, okay, that's a free verse. Right. At the same time, this is a business. Explain, even with the experiences you had with people, that it's important to keep in mind that this is a business.
Okay, well, I'm being 56 years old. You know, us old men, we like to tell stories.
Absolutely.
And this is a story. This is a story that happened to me. Some cats came to my house. I got a part on one of my songs, Ooh Bitches. They say, if you can pay Johnny, then you can pay me. You feel me? And some cats came by my house with some chains on. They had in your face records or something. It wasn't in your face. It was some lady. And they had brown dishes. They were gold. The CEO had diamonds in it. And they had just got them plates or whatever from Johnny. So they came to my house. I swear, this is a true story. There was like 5 of them. They all had their pieces on. They said, come on. We in the house, boom. Cause I got my studio upstairs, turn on my stuff. I said, come on, I know they ready to spend some money. He said, man, we just got our pieces. So he said, yo, man, we got our pieces. We ready to go. What you got right there? I said, boom, I played some music. They picked some songs. I said, yo, they said, man, so what they gonna be the tab? I said, well, for y'all, I'm gonna cut y'all to break y'all new label. I'm gonna do y'all these 3 songs for $5,000. And the guy jumped up. Oh, wait a minute. We ain't talking about no money, cause you know, we ready. We ready to go. We come over here to rap and do this thing. We got our pieces. We ready. No, bro. This what I charge for my. No, not what I charge, but for y'all, I'm gonna do. These 3 tracks, $5,000.
Absolutely.
That boy got literally mad that I was talking about. He said, "Man, I thought once we get our chains and get our pieces, you'll work with us." I see that dude every day. I mean, you know, every time I go to a club or something, right. he promotes. He's a club. He the CEO. Every time I see him, I laugh on how stupid that was to come to my house and disturb me, thinking he finna spend some money. And he had money, ain't no doubt about it. But he really literally thought if I walk in the studio with my piece of chain, me and my crew, they gonna instantly work with us. And he actually thought this. So that's one of my. So I tell everybody, man, put your money where your mouth is. Put some money in your mouth. This mouth you want to rap with, put some money on it. If you true about what you do, if you really believe in yourself, nigga, put some money on your mouth. You understand?
Absolutely.
You have to invest in yourself, right? I mean, it's an investment. 3 tracks for 5 G's is really not that bad, because you could have charged them more than that. I'm just saying.
Man, you talking about it making hits for 30+ years, man. Are you kidding?
Like,
I did a deal with John Pratt with EMI. When I done my deal, I made sure my lawyer put in my independent labels gets a certain amount. I can, because if I go to rap a lot, want to work with me, they have to go through EMI and it be 15.5. So I had a clause. That's what made me independent, small time, trying to start there. So I got a different price for them. So it's in my clause. They can't touch those developing projects with independent labels like that. So I did that to make sure that I can continue to give back, because during my time of, selling insurance, you get that tomorrow on the streets. I felt like I owed it to be able to lift my brothers out of, because I sold so I could get a keyboard and get out of the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? And get studio time. Back then, studio time was 75 on up, $100 something hour.
Right.
So it was expensive. So that's why I couldn't get a loan. So that's why I sold neighborhood insurance. But in the end of the day, I felt like I needed to give back to the cats that's trying to do what I'm doing, what I did to get in the game. So I would charge them different than what I charged Def Jam when I did Kofi, AMD, and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did it. And so if you ready to work, I'm ready to work. I keep my prices, competitive for the low mark, for the day's market in underground and independent. So if you ready to work, I'm ready to work, and we ready to go and do this thing. That's what we do. Also, I want y'all to also look out for a song we got called Ballin' Bitch that's featuring King Edwards and DJ Gold. When y'all get a chance, check that out.
Tap in. What's the name of it again?
Yeah, throw them shots.
Hey, say it again.
I'm Ballin' Bitch.
I'm Ballin' Bitch, man. Y'all tap in.
Yeah.
Tap in now.
Check it out. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I promise.
Absolutely. You got any questions?
Out.
Well, hey, man, you have any shouts out or anything?
Oh, man, I want to give a shout out to the Foxy Lady Show and to my DJ and my brother, my co-producer on Ballin' Bitch. And also the man has got he also got a song called What's That Screw Do, King Edwards. I'm at this place now doing this interview. Also want to send a shout out to the people I work with, like DJ Gold, and
absolutely.
To my
dude, DJ Gold, Big
Swift, all my producers, all the hit makers. Also, 45IVE, thank y'all so very much.
Thank
you.
And also, RIP to Miss Pookie. I call her Pooh Rider. She passed on. RIP to several other people that that's going on. I can't name everybody because there's so many lately.
Right.
And shouts out, rest in peace to my old man. And shouts out to my family. If y'all want to get with me, you can hit me at 713-839-835-8968. That's 713-835-8968 on some business. If you want to go on my Instagram, Sucjhiame Sinatra, Sucjhiamesinatra, my Twitter, Sucjhiame, my Facebook, Jaime Bradshaw.
Yeah.
And we just happy that we were able to do this interview. I gotta go do a show at Division 1. It's a surprise.
Y'all pull up, man. Pull up. Where you at, man? Pull up.
Man, pray, hey, man, y'all come through. Hey, it's nothing but a party. appreciate meeting you. You know, First Lady, the queen of his house, of the household.
Thank
And
you.
we just,
You also. Thank you, King.
y'all who makes us. So we glad to see he has a foundation over there.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Bro, we appreciate you. You know, I mean, we done met through, you know, similar acquaintances, and you know, and you know, we vibe and get understanding with each other and know each other. And what we wanted to do tonight, man, I wanted to invite you to the podcast, man. We had a good time, an interview, man. And you know, at this time, at the end of my show, I always want to walk through the garden and thank you for all the contributions you've done for the culture, you've done for the young people. The time you've taken tonight just to give us an understanding or how you guys are thinking and how you guys want to put the H-Town back together.
Exactly.
Not only that, just you taking your whole 30 plus years to bring hits that have changed lives, that's changed thoughts. I mean, hey, man, you changed the game, man. And we appreciate you and we salute you, King.
Yes, sir.
Man, yeah, man. We're gonna soldier on and continue to jam with us, man, as we take y'all through this final phase of my music life and music career, because we getting ready to spend some time with the grandkids, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna ride this thing out for a few more years, you know what I'm saying? But we really appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for your contribution and what y'all doing to try to keep people informed of what the OGs and all are doing out here in this world. You feel me?
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Hey, bro. As always, man, thank you. Hey, man, till we see each other again, like talking about, man, you know I'm here. Hit your boy, man. Love, King.
Definitely. Nothing but love, y'all.
Love, bye.
Peace.
Peace.